Plantation was built in 1796 by General David Bradford. For 650 acres of land, he paid $1.25 per acre. What Bradford and subsequent owners did not realize is that the land was originally taken by the Spanish from the Tunica Indians, who used it as a burial ground. As any student of haunted history knows, Indian burial grounds are commonly the locations of supernatural activity. Judge Clark Woodruff, a law school colleague of General Bradford, subsequently took over the plantation. Woodruff, at age 35, married Bradford's daughter, Sarah Matilda, who was only 14. Together, according to plantation historians, they had 3 daughters, Mary, Jane, and Octavia. As was the custom at this time, domestic servants handled many of the household chores on a plantation. One particular slave girl handled the duties for the Woodruff family.
Chloe was her name, and Chloe was a nanny over the children, so whatever they needed, she would have took care of them. It's also believed that later something was going on with Chloe and Judge Woodruff, that he took her on as a mistress.
As a domestic servant, Chloe was in a key position to learn information that would affect other slaves on the property. She frequently eavesdropped on Judge Woodruff's conversations, letting other slaves know about pending sales or trades that might break up their families. But then, a disaster. Chloe was caught, and her punishment was severe. One of her ears was cut off. From that day on, Chloe always wore a scarf that covered her wound. Out of fear of banishment from her prestigious household position, Chloe developed a plan. In the privacy of the plantation kitchen, Chloe boiled the leaves of an oleander plant which grew on the plantation grounds. The boiling process produced a poisonous liquid similar to arsenic. Chloe then mixed the liquid into the batter for a birthday cake she was preparing for one of the children. But her goal was not murder.
We feel that her intention with the oleander was to make the children sick, along with their mother. Already knowing what was wrong, she would be able to come in, take care of them, prove to them that she was the one to still manage the household and take care of the children, and she would not be sent to the fields.
On the night the birthday cake was served, the infant Octavia had already been put to bed. Judge Woodruff was away on business. The delicious cake was happily consumed by Jane, Mary, and their mother, Sarah Matilda. But Chloe's plan backfired horribly. The oleander mixture was stronger than she had anticipated. And within hours, the 2 young girls and their mother were dead. Chloe received the ultimate punishment.
After Chloe confessed to the poisoning, she was killed, and she was killed by a mixed mob, black and whites together, who were upset of what she had done to the children, and she was hung here on the grounds.
Today, Myrtles Plantation has been restored as a bed and breakfast establishment. Visitors at the Myrtles have reported seeing the spirits of Chloe, the 2 murdered children, and their mother, Sarah Matilda. One night, a guest arrived late in the evening to see a young girl sitting on a bed, swinging her legs, dressed in a white gown. The next morning, the guest, thinking the child was the daughter of friends also staying at the Myrtles, remarked how much the child had grown. His friends explained that they had not brought their daughter along on this particular trip.
I really believe that he may have saw one of the judge's children. They tend to show themselves always wearing the white dress, and he said it was a gown, but it's very close to it. We believe that it was one of the judge's children.
Still, other guests have reported seeing visions of 2 young girls playing gleefully on the plantation grounds.
We've had some guests come to visit, and they've had children with them, and the children like to show themselves to other children, and they've said that they've played with girly friends. We've had no other guests on the grounds that evening with children with them.
The children's poisoned mother has also made her presence known, always seen on the home's main staircase.
Maybe she's trying to see who's coming to her home. We don't know. But she keeps a very low profile, and we believe it could be Sarah Matilda.
Tour guide Hester Eby herself has come into contact with what she feels are spirits from the past.
I have myself been upstairs before, and I try not to go upstairs alone, but I have been upstairs, and coming down the back staircase, you can hear the sounds of someone else taking a step. They're walking along with you, and when you stop, that sound will stop.
For the Myrtles Plantation, the sadness of a family's tragedy over a century ago continues to be felt today.
It was a sad time in a lot of ways, and because the Myrtles is on top of Indian burial ground, adds to some things. But people were killed violently sometimes, and things happened here, and those things you can't do anything about, and sometimes they want to let you know that they're still here, and they do it very well here.